September 20th, 2020. So 9/20/2020. That's today, 2 weeks out from the return of The Walking Dead, October 4th. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to connect and have you guys join me here today. But 2 weeks from today, we'll be watching. If you're going to have AMC premiere, you'll watch it early. If you're watching it in another part of the world, country, you'll be watching it at a later date, I would assume. But thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate it. Don't know why I can't see. Oh, it's coming up a little delayed. Hopefully we have some good technical non-difficulties today because we'll be all right. But sometimes it is. I was watching a live stream the other day on another channel about fantasy football, and the things weren't lining up right, and something wasn't connecting right, and their voice wasn't this. And so it's definitely not us. It's YouTube and us and them and everybody connected with it. So thank you guys for being here. Obviously, we're going to talk about Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 16. Some movie news, which isn't really much news. Spoilers, potential spoilers, rumors, speculation, a bunch of different things, right? So obviously, spoiler warning, got to put that out there. And it's funny because people still get mad, but we give them adequate warning. Spoiler warning is in the title. It's just all over the place. So definitely want it to be known that we'll be good and be connecting here for it. Hopefully we don't have too many technical difficulties with things. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. But thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate it, taking the time, being a part of, the Walking Dead community, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters. Just to give you a little quick book update, my wife is actually finishing up her read. She has one chapter left, chapter 18. It's going to be 18 chapters again, like the previous books. So 18 chapters. I'm on chapter, I think, 5 of my final edit. So we're getting there. We're getting close. The goal is to have it out by mid-October, and we're on track for that too. So I learned my lesson to go through the edit and edit it again and then edit it one more time, because you think you got it, you think you're good, and then you'll still catch things. That's the biggest thing I could give advice for writers, anybody that is just doing anything that people may buy or be a part of. Make sure you do your editing and your, quality assurance, because once it's out there, it's out there. So hopefully you guys have seen both of my spoiler videos. I know some people were getting notified like 14 hours later when they came out. So I posted 3 videos yesterday. One was of, what was that one? I forget what my first one was. And then the spoiler stuff came out. So then I made a spoiler video and I made another one. And I made another video about the Rick location cure theory that I think is pretty cool. I think is definitely one of those things that I'm really proud of that video, to talk about where Rick is, where he may be, how it connects with the Walking Dead universe, a little bit of Fear the Walking Dead connection and World Beyond, and where it could actually be in there. We talked about it, several months ago when the trailer, maybe even last year. I don't even remember what it was. It was probably last year when they dropped the teaser trailer when they show you the helicopter in the skyline that I think is Philadelphia. And then we just branched off of that. And so it's pretty cool stuff. I'm excited to share that with you this upcoming week. But hopefully you guys have definitely checked out some of the spoilers going around. And I know the big spoiler group disbanded, broke up, stopped doing it. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But everybody was like, what are we going to do? How are we going to have spoilers? How are we going to have this information? What's going to happen here? How are people going to find out what's going to happen ahead of time? Well, recently, what happens most likely is what information got with filming is that people would be there, maybe an inside source, maybe somebody was a walker, maybe somebody was this, maybe somebody was on set, and maybe some of the groups knew those people. But, what happened this previous week, earlier this week, is a screener came out, which a screener is basically a copy of the episode or movie that gets sent out to reviewers, critics, website, I don't know, art journalists, whatever you want to call them. They get it early, probably the same thing that Chris Hardwick got. They get to watch it early, and then they get to talk about it, break it down, give a review of it. Minimal spoilers to no spoilers of it, but, they're going to talk about some things of the episodes. So that recently came out, and, when they come out and more people get information or actually watch the episode, that's usually when you would get a Q&A for the episode, or spoilers would come out, potential spoilers, and stuff would be coming out. Because I would assume those screeners go out across the United States, maybe even let alone across the world. So people have seen the episode, they really like it. Then the early word is that the spoilers may come out this upcoming week. Turns out that a source was letting out some spoiler information. Well, potential spoilers. Again, you have to say potential spoilers because they may or may not be true. Some things may be correct. Some things may not be. But, you know, a lot of times it's true and it happens that way. But ultimately, I like the idea of getting the information and share it with you. But some people are they're like, I don't really like the idea of, you know, they hear the episode in spoiler format in text and they're like, well, that sounds underwhelming. And that sounds terrible. That sounds boring. And a lot of times we've seen the spoilers or read the spoilers, and I'm like, that episode sounds not so good. And it turns out to be great because it's not the entire episode. It's the big moments, the big things, and it's in text, not in screen, and not watching actually how it's done. Because some are written better than they're actually shown, and vice versa. But a lot of times you read a spoiler, and you're like, I don't know about that. That doesn't sound too good. And then you watch it and you're like, wow, that's awesome. It was so much better than I thought. And vice versa. You read a spoiler and you're like, I can't wait to watch this. And you're like, well, that's pretty weak. Or you're confused about something and the spoilers, like, it's interesting, right? So then what also came out is that when the screeners came out, people were watching the episode and then it was like, oh, this is going to be good. It's going to be epic. It's going to be that. There's some big moments. My favorite people in the episode were this, this, and this. And then another person of another channel said somewhere like, yeah, it's not too good. It's not this, not that. He was like really hard on the episode. And it's a person that's kind of notoriously for being hard on The Walking Dead. You know, I'm, I guess, notorious for being hard on Fear the Walking Dead, but, you know, just being honest with it, that the person said that, I think they said that Rosita is not in the episode. And then it turns out that Rosita is in the episode at the end of it. So then you're like, did this person actually see it? Are they just having people click on their stuff to talk about it and they don't know what they're talking about? I mean, either way, when we get information, we share it with you. It's always potential, just to where it is. So thank you, Kelly Cameron Dunn, for becoming a level 1 PTP. Truly appreciate it. That's awesome. I love, you know, everybody here. If you're a subscriber, if you're checking out for the first time, like, I don't know how to say the name, YXNG VXID. Thank you. I'm new and just subscribed. Thank you very much. We truly appreciate that, guys. And we recently just hit 93,000 subscribers. Well, we're over that now, but 93,000. So we need 7,000 more subscribers and we hit our goal of 100,000, right? And that's still a goal. I definitely am a person that likes to have goals, whether they're short-term goals, long-term goals, big goals, small goals. And, you know, I love the idea of, I'm guessing I'm jumping around a little bit. Hopefully the audio is okay and maybe turning more into a podcast than a live stream again. That's what happened last time. But, you know, we love to talk about The Walking Dead, various shows, movies, other shows on there too. And we're going to talk about a bunch of things that, you know, are Walking Dead related and not Walking related on the show. But Joshua Rock asks, did you see the apparent spoilers of Beta's character? Any truth to it? Yes, Joshua, I have 2 videos on it. I shared it with you. Yes, I mean, that's what the rumor is, the potential spoilers for that is. We'll talk about that, but, you know, definitely check out the videos if you want to find out more of the information that I put out there. I always put in there potential spoilers because, again, we don't know 100% until we watch the episode, but a lot of times it's pretty, you know, spot on. And, you know, people think that there was only one spoiler stuff, but there's not. There's several of them. And really, I guess anybody who gets a screener or early access to the episodes, you could be, you know, talking about it. So I don't know. It's not me. I just get them from different sources and I love talking about it and sharing it with you. And I can't wait to see several things. So hopefully you found out that you saw both videos of the spoiler things, right? I love the idea of sharing the information with you, but not putting it in your face because not everybody wants to know spoilers. And I go back to season 6 when I really started this kind of thing. And I remember season 6, episode 16 was huge and really going into season 7, episode 1, because everybody wanted to know what was going on with the Negan lineup. And we would get a piece of information and we'd share this one and make a video. And I was making videos so many a day. And a lot of times it was just crazy that you put it in the thumbnail and in the title, and not everybody wanted to see that. So I learned my lesson the hard way, and a lot of people found out way earlier who was probably going to be picked by Negan and who's going to die in the lineup way back when in season 7. So, but yes, so let's talk about Beta, because a lot of people are talking about Beta. So the word is that Beta makes it to like the nighttime part of the episode, and he goes with his Whisperers and Walkers, and they're kind of hiding. And our group, a lot of people survive. The only people I have heard that die in the episode are Beatrice, that we kind of knew a while ago. Like that was the information that was coming out last year. I want to say like last November when they actually filmed it. And Beta. And it stinks because I personally would have liked to have seen Beta survive and make it into season 11, because he would have been the governor out there kind of thing. It would have connected with the comics, the Aaron Jesus thing for the comic. It could have been Aaron and Alden. It could have been something going forward that way. But we found out recently that we're only going to get 30 more episodes of The Walking Dead show. 6 for the extended, I call it 10C because it's 10A, 10B, and 10C, or 10 and a half, whatever you want to call it. 6 episodes for that. And then we're going to have 24 for season 11. But season 11 should be 16 episodes if they were doing it traditionally, right? But I love the idea. So Lindsay says audio is great, but video is frozen as long as I can hear in chat. Right? Yeah. Sorry about that again. So I guess it's turned into a podcast, even though in my OBS setup here is, I can see myself. It looks to be YouTube frozen, so my video output is low, but I apologize for that. But we'll still keep it rolling. Kind of turns more into a podcast, talking and chatting, but I'll be able to see chat, and we'll be able to talk and be able to have those things for sure too. So Beta is a character that is really a villain. He's definitely one of those characters that's nothing but a villain. He's one of those people that really isn't redeemable. He's just kind of out there. He's kind of crazy. He's definitely a villain, as they would say, in any form, any shape or form. You don't really think of him as like a Negan type character. He has redeeming qualities, and he can be redeemed, and maybe he can get captured and be a part of the communities like Negan. So either way, day turns to night, and Negan, I guess, follows the group, and he's kind of not with our group, because if you saw the picture of, I'm trying to picture it, you see Lydia, Carol, Jules, and Luke, and they have bows and arrows, and they're taking out walkers most likely, right? So they're like taking out walkers, and I'm sure it's like Bob. You can still chat, so that has no effect on anything. So not sure what the problem is. You can leave if you don't like it. That's fine. But ultimately, I know that Daryl is probably going to be like, look, we got to take all these walkers out, and our people are going to die for some reason. He says it in one of the clips. So it turns out that the walkers are coming towards our group around the wagon. The Whisperers are, not sure what's going on with the Whisperers, and they're hiding with Beta. And this is what the potential spoilers are saying. So evidently Beta tells his Whisperers to get through the walkers and go after our group. And, they're fighting, and it's supposed to be an epic battle, and it's supposed to be an epic thing. But ultimately, Beta goes after, I guess, Negan, or Negan comes after Beta. And, it's crazy that Beta is about to take out Negan, and should be awesome. I hope it's a good fight. I hope it's there. On paper, it doesn't, on text, doesn't sound that great. It says Negan is, going after Beta. Beta and Negan fight. Beta is about to kill Negan. Daryl steps in and takes out Beta with a gruesome way. So it should be pretty awesome. It should be very horror movie, terror-esque. It should be, a little gruesome there too. I know with season 7, episode 1, people were complaining to, the SEC and everything and whatever, that it was too gruesome and too gory and whatever, but, it should be kind of crazy. But Beta supposedly dies too. So I'm not sure what it is. So let's see. So Bob wants me to reboot or just sign off and sign back in. The people agree? You want me to try that for the stream? Because I know that the stream is, you see me lagging here, but the video is, lagging, but the audio is okay. So let me see what you guys vote, and then I'll go from there. But the spoilers said some big things. And, the only 2 deaths that we're hearing is Beatrice and Beta, which some people are excited for people to be taken out. And I'm not sure why it would be that people are excited for, other characters. What if it's a beloved character that gets taken out? So are people upset that, not sure what would happen if Father Gabriel died, right? Would you care? Would you be excited? Would you want it to be? Would it be a fitting end for him? Because basically characters get a start, a middle point, and an end. They have their arc of story. They do their big moments. They have their redemption stories. They have their big things, but everything runs its course. You have big moments, redemption things like for Negan. So a lot of people are wondering why, if it's true, Father Gabriel. All right, let's try that again. Let's try part 2 here, because I know we were having technical difficulties. I guess I jinxed it there too at the beginning. I shouldn't even said anything. Hopefully we'll be better with it. So this is, I guess, part 2 of it. Maybe it's the same file. It says stream resumed. So hopefully what it is. So where it was. So I just restarted. People were like, lost the stream. So I stopped and I restarted with it too. So again, I got to put that general spoiler warning out there. We're going to talk about spoilers. Maybe it's glitching, maybe it's not, but we're rolling with this for the next, 40 minutes. So we'll see where it is. Maybe it's the early start. Maybe it's there, but maybe it's definitely on YouTube's end because I have a good upload speed. It's not my OBS, so it's definitely, we're good with that. So hopefully we'll get that general spoiler warning on there too. So hopefully you guys are checking out the big thing for all our videos. And we're 2 weeks out, guys. It's pretty cool because it's not like we're just 2 weeks out, but we're going to be back for The Walking Dead in 2 weeks. But that same day, we're going to get World Beyond. And then the next week, we're going to get Fear the Walking Dead and The World Beyond. And I know everybody's excited for it, and it's October, which is really, Walking Dead universe time where you get some episodes there. And I would have loved to watch it in April and over the summer and everything, but 2020 is one of those years where you got to roll with the punches and see what you get. And so we'll have to see where we're at and what we're doing and where we're going to be, right? So we'll have to do the best that we can, and we're going to be able to, make a bunch of videos and be talking about different theories and everything. And I'm excited to see World Beyond because I think the World Beyond is going to bring the universe, the Walking Dead universe, in really a different view, a different angle. And I guess, the latest theory of a lot of places and a lot of chat and a lot of things that I've, kind of been people talk to me about on here is the possible cure theory. And I kind of agree with it. I like the idea that there is a cure angle. I don't know if it will succeed. Maybe they try it because there's only so many things you can do in a zombie apocalypse, right? Everybody lives. Everybody dies. There's a cure. The walkers or zombies win. The people overcome everything. And basically you find out a way to right the wrongs and, have everything there. And if a cure aspect is here, and I know Robert Kirkman said that he doesn't want to do a cure angle, he doesn't want to do these things, you're not going to find out how the zombie apocalypse started, but then he said Space Spores. So Robert Kirkman says a lot of things. He trolls and tropes and says a lot of stuff over the years. And maybe it's not him. Maybe it's Kirkman. Maybe it's Gimple. Maybe it's Nicotero. Maybe it's Angela Kang. Maybe it's everybody together. But if anybody, it would probably be Gimple. Because CRM is, I think, his angle. CRM is not in the comics. CRM is just for the show, the shows, the movie, the universe. It's not a comic-related thing. Maybe they branch off down the road, but the Walking Dead comics have been done and it never came around. So I love the idea of Commonwealth for The Walking Dead, CRM on The Walking Dead and World Beyond and the movies. And it definitely makes sense for everything being a big part of it. But how does it connect for 2 seasons and it goes away? The World Beyond is only supposed to be 2 seasons. So Christian says, it's my birthday today, so happy birthday, Christian. But ultimately, guys, the Walking Dead universe is something that's dear to us, all of us. We like it for different reasons. Some people like Daryl, Carol, Michonne, Rick, everybody. I don't know. Maybe some people like characters that some people don't like, but I'm not sure why you like the show or not. But I know a lot of people like it, and I love it for different reasons, and it's okay, and that's something that bonds us. It's awesome. Olive Pitt asks, Bri, is Rick really going to shoot the movie or be present in World Beyond? Definitely going to be in the movie. I don't know if he's going to be in World Beyond because Andrew Lincoln said at Comic-Con 2 years ago, that he is not going to do the Walking Dead show. Season 9 is his last time on the show. So he's not going to be on the show anytime soon. Maybe he comes back for the last couple episodes or the last episode or a spinoff or something down that way. But he's not going to go to Walking Dead World Beyond. He's not going to go on Fear the Walking Dead. It's the same thing. He lives in England, and his family's over there. So he's not going to come back to film another show. The point was to be away. It was to go back home because he didn't want to be away from his family for so long. He's not going to go join Fear the Walking Dead because it fits things better. He's supposedly be home with his family, and that's why he's not on The Walking Dead anymore. Maybe because it's Carl, Gimp. I don't know what the exact reason is. But ultimately, I think he's going to be in the movie or movies. I really hope it's 3 movies. I just don't know why people are thinking that he has to be in season 11 now. Because of the comic, the way it ended? Well, it doesn't make sense for Rick to come back. It just doesn't make sense to me have Rick come back, because he went away like 7 years ago in the current timeline of The Walking Dead. It was 6 years and it was half a year, whatever. So we'll just say 7 years, right? So if Rick went away 7 years ago and he went in the helicopter and he went to, wherever the location is, definitely check out that video that I'm going to post this week. But why can he just come back 7 years later if the movies are supposed to be what he's done while he's away? The first movie he can be back then. And then if he jumps to now in season 11, it's just crazy storytelling all over the place. And The Walking Dead can do whatever they want with Rick and there, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I think Rick is only going to be seen in the movies because there's no way that they're going to film even probably the first movie. Maybe the first movie they'll get done in the middle, if they can, in the middle of filming season 11, because Lauren Cohan was on, it was like a Zoom interview with Kelly and Ryan, and she said that she's in Georgia now and she's filming. They're getting ready to film the 6 extra episodes pretty soon, which I think is in October. I think they're going to start in October. So you have those episodes, and then she said next year they're going to start filming season 11. It's 24 episodes. She can't wait to get back. It's bittersweet that it's ending, and it's not a bittersweet ending, because there's articles that are out there and they're trying to, portray the picture or portray the image that Maggie said, or Lauren Cohan said, it's a bittersweet ending. No, it's bittersweet that it's ending is what she said. It's not a bad ending. It's not this. It's a shame that the show is ending and she's been there for so long, and it's one of those things too. So Gary Page writes, amnesia, Bri. Well, he could have amnesia, and if he has amnesia, he's not going to know to go back to Alexandria. He's not going to go down there too. Yeah, I know it's lagging. It's not me, it's YouTube. So please stop saying about the lagging. There's nothing I can do about it. It's YouTube. My upload speed has been perfect. It's actually really good, really great numbers. So it's not me, it's YouTube for it. So, but either way, live stream is turned into a podcast. We'll go for 35 minutes, but we do what we do. Yannick Van Kirkhoven, where is Lucille? Well, I don't really know if we're ever going to see Lucille, because why wouldn't she have shown up by now, right? Negan has a new Lucille 2.0. And if we don't really get to see a good fight scene where Negan smacks the baseball bat on, Beta's back and it breaks, it's like, come on. If they don't have I don't really know of, besides Negan taking out Alpha, Hilltop being burned down, and Beta taking over the Whisperers to attack, they don't attack Alexandria. They attacked Hilltop, but then they're attacking a hospital and they're doing different things that way. The Whisperer War is kind of, a little disappointing. Like if we don't get the Beta Negan fight, if we don't get, a line where they say when in Rome, like Dwight said, and he put on the Whisperer skin mask to blend in, like there's certain moments that people want to see. The water tower death, it just doesn't sound like it's going to happen, right? So Militon Lekovic says, do you think Magna will die in the finale? not from what I'm hearing. The only 2 deaths that I'm hearing is Beta and Beatrice. So maybe she does, maybe she doesn't, but just not sure. No, I don't play Call of Duty Mobile. I just started back up playing, Fortnite, because it's got the Marvel Battle Pass to it. And it's pretty awesome. I love Marvel. I love the X-Men, and I love all that stuff too. And it's pretty awesome to be in the basically Marvel Cinematic Universe on there too, with Iron Man, Storm, and Wolverine, and a bunch of different characters. So it's pretty cool, and I love it too. So Jackie says maybe they'll talk heavily about Rick and include flashbacks, but I agree, Bri. I can't see Andrew Lincoln filming for the show again either, but who knows, right? Too. So my guy J.R. James is back as a PTP. Appreciate it, guys, too. So we got Kelly and we got JR here. So thank you for being PT Peeps, being a subscriber, just checking out the videos, being a part of it, too. So I'm guessing the live stream turned into a podcast, and the video is bad. So I'm guessing it's something on YouTube's end, because my upload speed is pretty good, and hopefully you can just hear me, and it's all right. We'll keep it rolling. It's what we do here. The one time I said it backwards, I was like, turn lemonade into lemons, but turn lemon into lemonade. But it's pretty cool stuff. So let's talk about it. Bryce is asking, did he mention the spoilers yet or no? Just tuning in. So let's talk about the spoilers a little bit more. So we'll go we'll go for like 30 more minutes. So let's talk about that. And I know the camera's all jumpy and the video's lagging. But Gary asked a good question here. Bri, do you think they will bring all the shows together in the final episode? I initially thought so. I made that video, The End Game, where it's Fear the Walking Dead, and World Beyond coming together to fight CRM and have this epic battles. But I appreciate that, and it's pretty cool stuff. M King says, I've seen you on Fortnite, Bri. Yeah, I'm One Eye Bri, just like it is. So it's ONE dash the letter I dash Bri, BRI is my name on there too. So give me a friend request. It's pretty cool stuff. I'll add you to my group. And I've been doing a little more solo stuff, and I've been getting better at it. I'm not going to be like this awesome Fortnite player, but I just have fun with it. I get some stuff in. I've won a couple. I've been top 10s for a lot of them, and it's cool. It's just fun to play and be a part of it. I kind of wish they would have like a Walking Dead thing of that. That'd be pretty awesome. If they had a game like that was open-ended world like that you could be, in the zombie apocalypse, and you're taking out zombies and taking out people and you're getting stuff. It's a Fortnite thing, but zombies are all around and you have to worry about them and stuff too. I think that'd be pretty awesome. I know a lot of people would play that game. If it was the Walking Dead kind of Fortnite style, man, that would make a killing. But that's just some ideas I got, but what we do. But ultimately, guys, let's talk about some spoilers. So, like I said before, Beta and Beatrice are right now the only people that die. Father Gabriel lives. He gets attacked by whispers, but he is saved by Maggie and the masked person that I don't believe gets unmasked in the episode, is what they're saying. Again, these are potential spoilers. They may or may not occur. I haven't seen the episode, so I don't know if it's true or not. But I love the idea of seeing what happens. But I kind of was expecting Father Gabriel to die for certain reasons. But then if you look at the promotional photos, you see 3 whispers coming at him, and they wouldn't have had that promotional photo there. I really doubt ever they've had a promotional photo that gave away a death of a character, right? I mean, I don't really remember when I'm like, wow, they gave that away. They have close moments and big things to make us wonder. Remember the trailer for the back half of season 10? And everybody's like, Jerry's going to die. Exactly, M King. That's my name right there. PlayStation Network, One Eyebrow. But if you remember that, for the back half of season 10, Jerry was stuck in there like Winnie the Pooh in the cave. And he couldn't get out. And we're like, he's going to get bit. He's going to get bit. Did he get bit? Nah, Jerry's okay. Jerry's going to be all right. That's for sure, too. So, that happened, but they made you think and worry about it, but they didn't give anything away. Diana asks, Bri, do you think that Daryl will help Negan with Beta? For sure. That's definitely one of the biggest things. Like, a couple of different slogans, mottos, I don't know, words of wisdom here is you have when in doubt, give it to Daryl. and Daryl's involved with everything. So I believe that Negan and Beta fight, and Daryl comes and saves the day and saves Negan. I still don't know how it's going to be with Negan and Maggie. Do they see each other? Do they not? How's that going to be involved? We still don't know anything about that. We know that, well, potentially, I say we know, but the spoilers are saying this, so we'll have to wait and see. But the word is that Connie lives, is saved by Virgil. We see Rosita very sparingly in the episode. Judith and Maggie have a nice moment. Carol and Daryl have a nice moment. I'm just trying to think of what else was said. The episode is probably going to make a lot of people say, we waited for this? It waited this long? What? Why did it take so long to have all this? What? I don't know. But we'll see. I just hope it's entertaining and it sets a lot of things up. But yeah. Christian says Dead Rising is a zombies game. Yeah, no, I played Dead Rising on PlayStation, and but I just like the idea of being like open world where you can get around the city, you can get around there too, or like an island, like it would be on, like I said, Fortnite plus The Walking Dead. That'd be pretty awesome. Where you can customize your characters and look a certain way, and you gotta build and survive, and it's just a battle royale type of situation for sure too. So. Yannick says, still not knowing where the real Lucille is like a loose end to me. For sure, it is. The last time we saw it, it was by the tree with Negan and Rick fighting, and Negan asked about Lucille, and Michonne said they left it out there. We all thought she was lying, that you couldn't, I don't think you would ever want to leave. John Rod says, Cowboys are getting smoked. What? I can't watch it. The game's not on here too, but man, I'll have to check it after here. But man, Cowboys getting smoked. That's not good. Fumbles in the first 5 minutes. What the? 3 fumbles? Who's fumbling over there? 3, man, that's crazy. Man, well, they can come back. They're playing the Falcons. They can come back for sure. So, Yannick says, Connie, what about Connie? Where is she at? Well, I believe that we're going to see her in the woods, and she's exhausted and she gets there. So I think that would be pretty interesting to see where she was. Maybe that's one of the 6 episodes or part of the 6 episodes where she's been. Because, Maggie's going to be involved with the 6 extra episodes. Daryl and Carol are going to be involved there too. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes down. But I do think that we'll have to see. M. King Panther 0, Tampa Bay 14. So M. King does my guy Miller, like Sean Miller or whatever, that wide receiver, does he have a touchdown at all? Because I have him and I have Ronald Jones in my fantasy, daily fantasy lineups. I also have Dak Prescott, which probably fumbled, but we'll have to check that down the road. But that would be one thing I was thinking about as I was editing some of my book, that I hope that you guys have checked out the book series, Fight for Us, on there too, on Amazon. And I hopefully you guys are excited about it and you read it and you enjoy it and you're part of it. If not, that's okay. But I always think about it as if you were in a zombie apocalypse, what are some things that you would miss the most? And hopefully you'll be with your friends or your family or somebody that you're with. You're not alone. Because if you were alone, then that would be its own thing. But in the characters there, they have some friends. Man, M. King says, Cowgirls 0, Atlanta 14. Man, it's terrible. Cowboys are struggling right now. But ultimately, guys, I like the idea of being a part of a zombie apocalypse survival group and being a part of it. But also, if you would miss certain things. You would miss food, friends, sports, fantasy sports, just the ability to be safe and secure and everything. So it's just something that I just thought was interesting to bring up. And we talk about some of those things in the zombie apocalypse. Makes it a little more relatable too. So James asks, anyone else see that Mandalorian trailer the other day? Got me pumped for season 2. For sure. I love The Mandalorian. I actually talked to James on Facebook and I said that I think The Mandalorian is one of, if not the best thing to come out of Star Wars, the universe, since the original trilogy. I like it a lot better than some of the latest movies and some of the things there. That's for sure, too. So, Christian, I like probably the SMG is my favorite gun. But, yeah, Gary Page says, The Mandalorian star quit halfway through. Pedro Pascal, if that's true, I don't know why it's crazy to think that they lost the star. How did they do it? Did they change the character, the role, the voiceovers? How did they do it? I mean, it's only, I think The Mandalorian's only 8 episodes. So what happened with that? I'm just not sure too. So, but either way, so I know that we're 2 weeks away. We'll have 2 weeks away from The Walking Dead returning, and it should be awesome, right? Because The Walking Dead is something that I look forward to on Sundays. I'm excited that I like the idea of having the Walking Dead universe. I love having to watch the episode and then reviewing it on Sundays, and then I love breaking down the trailer for the next week. But Evans has got one, M. King. Either way, that's good. It's good for the Buccaneers. But I do love the idea of the Walking Dead universe coming back. And I'm excited for World Beyond and Fear the Walking Dead. And I really hope Fear the Walking Dead is awesome for Yannick says, what's the guy from Game of Thrones? He was the Viper. I'm blanking on his name. He was from Dorne. He was the fighter who got killed by the Mountain. The Mandalorian is that guy too. So, the book 13, Reckoning will be out. I would say in about a month. Hopefully going to shoot for like 3 weeks. The book will be out, but I'll have it on. I'll post I'll make a video on it on here, and then also post it on Instagram when it's ready to roll and everything on there too, for sure. So we'll see. Hopefully you guys will check out. Book 13, it's titled Fight for Us, Reckoning. But World Beyond, hopefully is a good show. And I don't mind the teen angle on there too. Christian, I already said that my favorite Fortnite gun is the SMG on there. What's yours? But I like the idea of a different angle of the Walking Dead universe. And if you've seen, they've really had more trailers and teasers and promo photos for The World Beyond and Fear the Walking Dead, and they're really pushing it. And I don't know, people are really mad at The Walking Dead because it's taken forever, right? And I'm not sure if people are just saying they're not going to watch it and they actually are going to watch it, just like so many people were mad when Rick left. But I know a lot of people love the episode or love the episodes after Rick has been gone, and a lot of characters have been the face of the show, and it's been really good because you had the angles again with good and bad in there too. So let me also talk about the other spoilers, because I talked about Connie alive, Virgil, Beta, Beatrice, she dies among the walkers, Carol and Daryl having a nice moment, Maggie coming back around, saving Father Gabriel potentially, and let's talk about Eugene's group. So I guess Eugene is riding a bike and the bike breaks, or he falls off his bike and he hurts his head. Maybe he has a concussion or a head injury. And they're late to meet with Stephanie because of that. So Stephanie's not going to be there when they go to the train yard, the train post, whatever, the train station in West Virginia. And you have Eugene, Princess, Yumiko, and Ezekiel going to the train station, and Stephanie's not there. So they have their meeting and they talk about it. We got to keep going. We got to do this, and what are they going to do, and how they're going to keep going forward. And then, like the comic, I believe the Commonwealth stormtrooper looking guys, the soldiers from the Commonwealth, point their guns, surround them, the lights go on them, spotlight style, and then boom. And I don't know if that's how the episode ends, but I could see it ending that way, or being towards the end of the episode. Setting up season 11, and loving the idea of having the Commonwealth probably be all the rest of the 24 episodes. Because the 24 episodes really got to wrap things up. And where they're at, where they've been, what they're doing. And it stinks because the final seasons of shows, they love to wrap stuff up. They love to have it from start to end, to have their montage of where our group's been, who has been there, who they lost, who they met, who they saved, the victories, the good moments. Kind of like a wrap up, recap final hurrah and be like, da, 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 we're good. But we've lost so many characters on the show. Carl, Sasha, Abraham, Rick. I mean, Rick could come back. Michonne could come back. But I'm like, man, so many characters that could be there probably aren't going to be there, right? And I kind of think about it, right? Hopefully you all know that Carol and Daryl are going to be getting their own spin-off show after The Walking Dead ends in 2022 with season 11 and their 24 episodes. In 2023, we're supposed to get the Carol and Daryl show. I don't know what that's going to be called, right? Is it going to be like The Walking Dead Carol and Daryl? Or like Carol and Daryl Escapades? Like what do you call that, right? What do you call a spinoff? Because the spinoffs we had were Fear the Walking Dead World Beyond, Is it Ride the Walking Dead? The Walking Dead Ride? Like, what is it going to be? Because Daryl's going to be on his motorcycle. Is Carol really going to have to be on a motorcycle next to him, riding behind him on the motorcycle? Is she going to be on a horse? Are they going to have, some sort of transportation? Where are they going to go? What are they going to do, right? Are they going to go to New Mexico? Are they going to go to Portland, Oregon? Are they going to go to Texas? Are they going to go to New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio? I would assume they go to Ohio, if that's where they go with the Commonwealth, which I think they will. If they go to the Commonwealth, Carol and Daryl aren't going to fit there because I believe it was Jenny and a bunch of people in here said the great idea that the Commonwealth has the idea of, what were you before the zombie apocalypse? Were you a lawyer? Were you a police officer? Were you a Marine? Were you a cop? Were you a judge? Were you a baker? What traits do you have? Were you a blacksmith? What skills did you have before this? Carol and Daryl weren't really anything. We'll have to see where it goes. So they probably won't fit in at the Commonwealth. So I would assume some of our group stays at the Commonwealth, Hilltop, and Alexandria, and the 3 communities. So is Carol and Daryl going to travel around and they check out Hilltop every now and again or Alexandria every now and again? Because I don't think so. I believe the windmill that I don't even know when it ends. Next year at Alexandria. Maybe it's done in 2022. But they're probably got to do a lot of filming next year because I would assume that's got to be around the time the windmill has its permit for. 2021, 2022. I know it was a certain timeline a couple years ago. It was a 3-year deal, which probably would be around 21 or 22. So they can't film in Alexandria without the windmill, right? That's got to be there, right? So I love the idea of the windmill being a staple of Alexandria, and it makes sense that we have the idea of them filming, done. The Alexandria is in Sonoy. That's not on the studio set. They take the windmill down, they're done with it. They're not going to put it back up. It's not going to happen there, right? But you have Hilltop and Oceanside at the AMC studio. So you can film there and not be out and about. You can come back around. They can be in the woods. They can go to a different thing. They can set up. So stuff. That's my question is, are they going to film the movie, the Rick movie, on the studio where they filmed the prison and the sanctuary? The sanctuary is gone. They're probably never going to go back there. So they're going to have to set up a different, scenes or areas or sets and whatever they want to set up. It can be a different thing for the Rick movies or the spinoffs. What's going to happen with Michonne? What's going to happen with Daryl and Carol? What's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with Fear the Walking Dead? Is Fear the Walking Dead going to carry on 10 more to the 10th season? So for 3-4 more seasons? Or are they going to get a season or 2 and then they'll be done around the same time that The Walking Dead ends in season 11? Fear the Walking Dead ends in 2 seasons. And also, World Beyond is supposed to be 2 seasons. So what are we going to get for that too? So Jennifer asks, Bri, I wonder who will get Rick's comic death or he gets it in the movie. Yeah, that's a big question, Jen. I don't know if it's going to be... Well, if they do it on the show, it's not going to be Daryl because Carol and Daryl out-survive that. It's not going to be Rick because Rick probably won't be there. The 3 people I could think it would go to, and I would think the best things are Aaron, Ezekiel, or maybe Negan. Or I guess we'll throw in Alden as well too, right? For the four people. But who gets Dwight's death? Is it, oh man, fumbles all over the place. If you get the Dwight death, does that go to Negan? Does Ezekiel get the Rick death? Does Aaron get the Rick death? Who actually stays there at the Commonwealth for it to happen? Do they actually do that? Because if we didn't get the water tower death, are we going to get the Dwight death? The Sherry death, which probably is not going to happen now because Sherry's, I don't know. That's a different comic situation. She's not on the show, and she's on Fear the Walking Dead. We'll see her in season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead. But there's a lot of questions, and I'm not sure if it's going to happen because we all love to think of, at least the comic readers, we all love the Walking Dead comic, to be like, oh, water tower death, Whisperer War, Beta gets away, Commonwealth, soldiers, Stephanie, Mercer, Sebastian, Pamela Milton. What's going to happen here? Michonne's daughter. What's going to happen here? I always want to say, someone corrected me, and I always want to call her Elodie, but it's Elodie, like melody, but Elodie. Either way, Michonne's daughter. Does that go to Yumiko? Does that go to Connie? Does it happen at all? Does Yumiko's story go to Michonne's story from the comic go to Yumiko now? Just not sure. A lot of big questions. Hopefully we'll get some answers. And I do like the idea of just stuff getting answered. The show is the show. The comic is the comic. But I love the idea of being where it is. So, yeah. Mark says, "Got to hand it to you, Bri. Your ventriloquist skills are second to none." Hey, man, the power of YouTube, right? You can do a lot of things on YouTube right there. I got the ventriloquism going there, too. I can add that to my resume, right? But the other Mark says, I think it's 2022, Bri. So that fits around the whole thing. And that's why I thought we would only get 12 seasons of The Walking Dead, which we basically are. So if you think about it, a Walking Dead season as of late, since season 3, has been 16 episodes. If it's 24 episodes, they could have done an 11th season, had it 16 episodes, and had the 12th and final season be only a half season and been 8 episodes, and it would have been a 12th season, right? It's the same thing. It's around the same lines. So we were correct on our assumptions there. And it's pretty great stuff when you get information correct. We have a lot of theories that aren't true, don't come true, even though we think they would be pretty cool. Again, we don't write for The Walking Dead. Even though a lot of people here have a lot of great theories, myself included, and I love discussing them, sometimes I think our theories would have been great to happen on the show, but it's all right. We don't have to see it happen. We love supporting the show. I'm not going to be fake supportive. I'm going to tell you, I like this, I like that, I know there too. And, a lot of people seem underwhelmed about the season 10 finale, but I do like the idea of seeing where it goes to see if it makes sense and see if it's entertaining. And I think it's going to be entertaining, and I'm excited to watch it. I'm not going to be the person like, we waited this long and it sucked. Well, I don't care about the wait. The wait isn't, the state of the world is what made the wait happen. I don't think they really drew this out to put it back on there. They just couldn't complete it to have it done, and they wanted to premiere it in October. So, and that's what we got too. So Yenzi asks, hey, Bri, do you think Daryl versus Beta Round 2 will be better than the first fight? I don't think so. I think it's going to be different. I think the fight of the first time, it's definitely something else. So tapping junkie. No, the stream is struggling. The audio is fine. I'm hoping the video is struggling. So you're not the only one. It's lagging on their end, the YouTube's end. So it's just one of those things on Sunday. So we'll have to see what it is. But we'll have to see where we go for that too. But I think the first fight with Daryl and Negan is probably going to be better, but we don't know. Like if Negan doesn't say his lines, rock, paper, scissors, knife, spat, and he doesn't get to say all that stuff, and he doesn't do anything great. Coachella Coastal Ronald Jones, he fumbled. What the man? So, but of course, Jen, I'll answer your questions on there too. You're good stuff on there as well too. So, tapping junkie. I directed my question to you already. The stream is lagging. Yes, we know that. The video is lagging. The audio is what we're doing. It's basically turned into a podcast. Thank you for joining me. But yes, it is. So, but I just answered you now. So probably it's delayed on that end. So you'll get the answer in a couple seconds on there as well. 2, so again, We'll go for about 8-9 more minutes. Then we'll wrap it up. Hopefully you guys will be pretty cool stuff. Be safe, Jen. Going to work. Stay safe, you as well. I know it's crazy out there. Hopefully it's getting better, right? I'm still avoiding stuff and wearing a mask when I go out in public and still avoiding everything. Not a big fan of, anything. So not sure. So we'll get it going. Man, people, everybody's fumbling today. This is like fumble-rooski, fumbleitis. Everyone's got it. So Tom's got a fumble. Jones got a fumble. Everyone on the Cowboys has a fumble evidently too. So it's crazy what it is too. So, but ultimately guys, let's talk about the spoilers one last time. So from what I'm hearing, the potential spoilers, Beatrice and Beta die. That's it. So Father Gabriel lives. Magna lives. Connie lives. We'll see her in the episode. We see Rosita. We'll see a bunch of stuff. So be careful what you're seeing and people are telling you, because I always put that out there. It may or may not be true, but people are putting a lot of stuff out there as confirmed. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. This person's in the episode, but they're not in the episode. They're not in the episode, but they are in the episode. People are saying a lot of different things all over the place, but it's what it goes too. So I don't think we're going to get the water tower death. We're going to see Connie. We're going to see, Maggie. We're going to see the masked individual. I hope the masked person is actually unmasked, but they're saying that the person isn't. So is it a guy? Is it a girl? Is it like the Michonne casting? Like Michonne was shown in season 2, episode 13, but it wasn't Denai Guerrera. Oh, man, M. King says 20, Atlanta, Cowgirls 0. Man, Cowboys are getting smoked right now. This is terrible. But the Michonne casting was Denai Guerrera after we saw Michonne save Andrea. She actually came there too. So interesting on there too. Don't worry, Tapping Junkie. I got 7 minutes and then I'm done. So you can go to other streams and do all that too. But ultimately, guys, so we'll see a bunch of people. I wonder if we're going to see the masked person in season 11 unmasked. And for what I'm hearing, some of the potential spoilers, they're translated from another language sometimes. So it said he. So Maggie referred to the masked person as a he. So I'm guessing it is a guy. So I really hope it's unmasked because it's going to continue with the theories of it being Dwayne, or I guess Dwayne's the only guy, Heath, Rick, Eduardo, Cal. I mean, there's going to be a bunch of theories saying that too for it. So, but the word is that we don't see the person unmasked. But Maggie saves Father Gabriel. Daryl takes out Beta when Daryl and Negan fight Beta. And the walkers fall down a ravine cliff to their death, kind of like in the comics. I don't know if there's water below, like they fall into the water, the ocean. But we'll see if somebody gets bit or not, who lives. We're going to see the Commonwealth soldiers. We're going to see Eugene and our group get there. So we'll see what happens. I don't know because I haven't seen it, but we'll talk about it next Sunday as well. We'll be back live streaming. I'm going to have to play with the settings a little bit. We'll have to see if it's me, if it's them, if it's not. But either way, you guys can hear me. Thank you guys for being a part of it. Thank you guys for being a big part of it too. So my Fight For Us series will be out next month. We're getting there closer and closer and closer to having it out. Hopefully you guys will check it out on Amazon in paperback or digital format on Kindle too. So yeah, we'll have to check it out. I love talking about a bunch of different things. I think I already made 2 videos for next week, and then I'm going to make a couple more, a bunch of different things. Dal Mianik, hello from Poland. Hey, Dal on there too. I'm half Polish myself, so pretty cool stuff. I'm Italian and Polish, so I always like to talk to people from Poland down there as well, and I love to talk to people from all over the world, the country, the states, the earth, whatever. It's people from all over. I love talking to people from all over about The Walking Dead, and I think that's a good commonality of things is The Walking Dead universe. It binds a lot of people too. So, but make sure you checked out both spoiler videos. I know because I posted 3 videos yesterday. And some people got notified like 14 hours later, which is terrible. I don't know what's up with certain things. I don't know if it's, YouTube for my channel or YouTube in general, or just the notifications, or if it's, I don't know. But hopefully you guys are a subscriber. If you're not, we just hit 93,000 subscribers yesterday, I think. And we still have that goal of 100,000. So we need your help to reach that goal of 100,000. So we need 7,000 more people. That just seems like a lot of people, by the way, 7,000 people. But if there's millions of people that watch The Walking Dead, so say there's 4, 5, 6 million people that watch The Walking Dead, hopefully we can get 7,000 more people, and then we can hit that goal of 100,000 subscribers, and that would be an awesome goal. I'd love to do that.